Alright, in this video I'd like to make an example of making a formula function. And mathematical formulas are great for practicing passing data into a function and having a function return data, because that's what a formula does, right? If we look at Heron's formula here, the inputs are the sides of the triangle, A, B, and C. And then I do some calculations, right? A, B, and C are my inputs. I calculate this S value and then use that S value and the square root of it and da-da-da to get the area. And that area is the output, right? The inputs are the three sides and the output is the area. And this program is already done. Like, it works. It's great, right? I get variables to reference all the HTML elements that I need. The button right here, the three inputs, and then this output area, right, a span tag. When I click this, right, if I put 3, 4, 5, area should be 6. Awesome. Now it works, but what I'd like to do is I'd like to have a function. I'd like to clean up this process and output area, right? I'd like to hide this complexity, this mathematical complexity in a function. So the idea here is I want to define a function. I'm just going to call it Heron's formula. And this function, I want it to take in the inputs that it needs, right? A, B, and C, the three side lengths of a triangle. So I'm going to define parameters for those inputs here, A, B, C, like so. And then I want this thing to do the work. Well, the work is basically let S be assigned A plus B plus C. Oops, spaces, there we go, divided by 2. And then let area be assigned math.square root of S times S minus A times S minus B times S, brackets we need, S minus C. Okay, so that's the formula. Now, technically, I actually don't need this. I can go return area now, right? To return from this function. The inputs are the sides. I've calculated the area. I can now return it. Technically, this formula isn't, or this variable isn't totally necessary. I can actually just go return right here. Right, so anyway, I just got interrupted there. Mr. Murray came to say hi. But anyway, I think what I was saying was we didn't really need this variable, right, this area variable, and I could simply return the result of this calculation. Okay, so this function is good, right? Add a little comment, you know, calculate and return the area of a triangle with sides A, B, C. Okay, so that's the inputs, the three sides. It does the calculation and returns the result of the calculation. So what's cool about this is now this function is wonderful. It's there. Inside of here, I get the inputs, right? Side A, side B, side C. And then I can replace all of this process stuff with this formula. Before I do that, let's just test this formula for a second, Heron's formula. Just going to open up here, open up the console, and I can actually use Heron's formula. Oh, look at this, I've tested it before. So 3, 4, 5 I can pass in, and sure enough gives me 6. What other ones did I have there? Heron's formula. Oops. 8, 9, 10. Let's do that one. 34.197, blah, blah, blah. Awesome. Right, so the idea is the inputs are the side lengths, and the output is the area. Okay. So what I'm going to suggest actually is let's get rid of all of this. And because it's so much shorter now, I just have to call this function. I'm going to replace it right here. Heron's formula. And I'm not going to put actual numbers in here. The numbers I want to put in are the inputs from the user. So side A, side B, side C. Okay, and now I'm kind of combining these steps, right? I'll call this process and output. So the formula, or the function, takes care of the processing for me and returns the answer, which I then output. Okay, so it just helps keep things a little more organized, and it's encapsulation. It encapsulates this complexity of this formula, and now I can just use it by calling this function. Heron's formula will give me the area of a triangle with these sides. Awesome. So in your assignment, this is what I want your calculate function to look like. Get your inputs, and then set the output to be the result of whatever formula you're doing. Okay, so your formula should take in some inputs, right? Take in these inputs, and then return the result. Okay, so it's good practice getting these passing data into a function and returning that data. Okay, hopefully that's enough to get you going on this assignment. Make sure you do 2 programs, right? 2 different formulas, and get good at functions. All right, take care and see you next video.